Alright, I wanted to show a few tips and tricks for working with PVC. The first two will be how to extract a piece of glued PVC, and then the next one will be how to extract like a broken off nipple. Anyways, so why would you want to extract a piece of glued PVC? Well, maybe you've got a P-trap on a unit and you want to reuse the drain line, but you don't want to have to rebuild the entire drain line. Well, you can cut it right here. Sometimes you have room for a coupler, but sometimes it's right up against the unit, and so you actually need to get that little piece of PVC out of there so that you can re-glue it onto a new fitting or just whatever you're trying to do. But there are a lot of cases where it's really nice to be able to reuse portions or all of the PVC drain line. So there's a couple methods. I've got two pieces of PVC glued into these fittings, and we're gonna extract that out so the fitting can be reused. So the first is with heat. You can get a piece of copper. I had to swedge this one a little bit to get it to fit tightly, or you can use a hole saw. This one here is for thin wall. But anyways, what you're gonna do is get this nice and hot. And don't breathe the fumes off of PVC, but you're just going to get that hot and lay it down in there. Just lay it in the pipe like that and let it sit for a while. Okay, so I'll let that one sit for a bit. Okay, the next method, and I'll try to put links to the description, is a reamer. Now, this one, I've got a bushing. What I had to do was get out the 1/4 inch shank and use a washer and a piece of copper as a bushing. So if you take the bushing off, it'll do thick wall. With the bushing, it'll do thin wall. So you can make up something like that to do thin wall. In this case, I've got thin wall, so I'm going to leave that bushing on. But what this does, goes in there and just cuts a new socket. These are called socket savers sometimes, but I'm not going to do the whole thing, but it'll just cut a new socket. You can see how it's starting to cut, and you just go down. It really doesn't take long. Cut a new socket, and then you're ready to reuse your PVC. Let me see if this one's ready yet. So when PVC gets hot, yes, it gets very like flexible. So what you want to do, and I might want a pair of needle nose. Hang on. Just get your needle nose in there and twist, twist, twist. Let's see. Need a little more grip on this fitting. I think I might have let it cool down too much, but anyways, you twist it out just like that, and then you can sand that and re-prime it and re-glue it. So that's another way. Now, for extracting a broken off nipple, let's say that you've got a drain pan that you've got a drain cracked off of it, and so you've got this piece in there. I'm sure most of us have seen that before. What you can do is you can, if you want to be totally safe about it, where you're not overheating anything, you can use a piece of copper and put it in there and heat the nipple up that way. But a lot of times I'll just take a torch, hit it a few times, and then I take this sprinkler extractor and you just shove it in there. Once you've got the PVC hot, it becomes real flexible. Shove that extractor. This is like a sprinkler, like if you break a sprinkler off, you can extract the nipple. I'll try to find a link for it. But anyway, once you've got that in there, you can then just spin it right out. And you can see where that extractor just bit into the side of it because I got it soft first. Another option that might work is a giant easy out, but to be honest, I really like this extractor. It doesn't have a model or nothing on it. I will try to put it in a link in the description if I could find it. But anyways, hopefully that's helpful. Just some oddball ways of dealing with PVC and making your life easier if you get into a jam.